Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen today, I wanted to talk a little bit about ACIU. This is ticker symbol ACIU, and why we're talking about this one today is because it had a very interesting, very crazy day that has a lot of people wondering just exactly what the heck is going on, because this one, as you can see, ended up today up 16%. That is a very good day. You know, the stock market's been running hot recently. A lot of stocks have had good days. Overall, today was a pretty good day for the stock market. But obviously, if you're up 16% in a single day, that is always going to be a very crazy day. You know, you really can't expect or hope for much better than that, especially you know, in stocks that are legit and stocks that are good companies and everything and have decent valuations. But what's crazier is that this one started out today up like 90% right at open, and throughout the day it was down 32% from open to close, and it was still ended up 16%. So this thing opened up huge, kind of cooled off as the day went on. You know, if you bought at open today, you're hurting, you're not feeling too good about it. But still, overall, if you were in the stock before today, even after this great downfall that it had throughout the day today, you're still up big. You are still in a good spot. And, you know, at this point, it's just going to be interesting to see what the stock is able to do the rest of the week, the rest of the month, and into the future. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video today. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. We recently just passed 1,000 subscribers, which is a crazy number. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully the next 1,000 is a little bit easier, a little bit quicker. With your guys' help, you know, we can run those numbers up even further. With that being said, let's get right into this. This is a very small, very volatile stock right now, sitting at a $590 million market cap. Obviously, earlier today, this market cap was significantly higher. Things have cooled off. They were pushing $1 billion. If they didn't break $1 billion for a while earlier, I don't think so. I think they're just like pushing it, probably like 800 million-ish. So again, with a market cap under 1 billion, you know, anything under $1 billion, it's going to be very volatile. It's going to be very reactive to news, to, you know, social media, to people posting about it, talking about it, all of that stuff. So I'm not surprised to see, you know, a graph like this, a huge up, a down, and then, you know, still up huge throughout the week. You know, the year to date on this chart really tells you the whole story. It's just constant ups and downs, constant swings. Every time a big piece of news comes out, this thing shoots up. Whenever small market cap stocks are running good, it's going to shoot up. But then, just like a lot of small market cap stocks, between February and like early June, it was down 32%, and then it comes back, and then it goes right back down, and then it goes back. So, you know, people playing swings on this, people, you know, selling the tops and buying the dips, they've been doing very well. But even if you just got into the stock early on in the year, if you've been holding it since, you know, January 4th, you're up 52% right now. You're doing really well. And even on some of these bottoms, you would still be up like 13% on that bottom, 16% on this bottom. So really, I mean, as long as you haven't been buying at like the absolute tops, and even if you have, as long as you've been also committing to buying the dips, people are probably doing pretty well on ACIU this year overall, which is at least a good sign. But again, I wanted to more specifically talk about what's been going on with the stock today. And the big news here, this comes from an article on investors.com. Why a Roche partnered Alzheimer's drug sent ACIU stock flying. So ACIU said Tuesday that its partnered drug slowed cognitive decline in Alzheimer's patients in a mid-stage test, and ACIU stock rocketed to a 6-month high. The drug targets tau, a protein that causes problems when it misfolds and becomes tangled in the brain. On an 11-item scale of cognition, the drug called, I don't really know how to pronounce that, slowed cognitive decline by 43.6% versus baseline. So just, you know, compared to other drugs, compared to where they normally are at, not compared to other drugs, compared to, you know, where the patients would be at otherwise. They said in this release, obviously 43.6%, that seems pretty statistically significant. That seems like a big deal. That seems like something that's really going to be helping people out, especially with something so scary as Alzheimer's, especially with something that kind of affects so many people as Alzheimer's, and it affects loved ones, you know, really close to people out there. People would obviously be willing to pay a pretty penny to you know, have those signs and symptoms and that cognitive decline decrease by 43.6%, because, you know, once your brain starts going, there's no getting it back for the most part. So obviously this would be a very good treatment. This would be a very good drug. The ACIU chief executive has shown a benefit on, or noted that this is the first time a TAU directed drug has shown a benefit on cognition in mild to moderate Alzheimer's patients. But she also noted that the test was short at just 49 weeks. So the company will continue another test. And that right there is a very, very interesting and very, very important note with a lot of these small cap biotech stocks. Oftentimes they get these big pops on good news, news like this, that the test is going very, very well. And then you realize that more testing is still needed. Better testing is still needed. More valid, more verifiable testing is still needed. And that's what causes these huge ups and these huge downs in the stock. You get these sideways, weeks, months of going sideways and then going down, because it turns out, maybe people were overreacting to the news, or maybe the news wasn't quite as good as it seems, or maybe you just still need to do more tests and trials before you can actually start making money off even successful drugs or things that are testing very, very well. And these things take time. They take money, they can be expensive, they can be time consuming, they can be resource intensive, and that's why these stocks end up being so volatile. And then you're still at the risk of, just because one test went well, what if the next test doesn't go well? What if there's some side effect? What if, you don't get FDA approval, or what if you don't get FDA approval on the correct timeline and investors get antsy, or if you're not constantly releasing good news, constantly releasing good updates, then there's another biotech stock that is. Today it's ACIU, but tomorrow it's going to be some other stock, and then people are going to sell out of this one and go over to this one, and they're going to keep jumping to the ones that are making money at the time. So that is what makes it so difficult here. Like, yes, even a drug that looks so promising, even test results that look so promising as this, these gains are not going to hold unless they continue to put out more and more good test results, as long as they continue to, be in touch and be in contact with the public, with investors, with shareholders, continue getting people excited, which at the end of the day is not even the goal of a lot of these biotech stocks. They're trying to do drugs. They're trying to do treatments. They're trying to, help people out. They're trying to change lives and still make money, but make money off of sales and off of new drugs and R&D, not, pumping the stock price in the short term most of the time. Alzheimer's disease is a slow-moving chronic disease, and this small trial was relatively short, so the data from the open-label extension may be important in elucidating the potential of, I don't know how to say that, in this patient population, the chief did say, the chief executive. On the stock market today, ACIU stock popped 16.3%. Earlier shares soared as high as 80.4% up. So yes, they did reach a 6-month high of 1261, which is very, very crazy. Again, this has been a volatile, crazy stock, but dive into those test results more, dive into the data, dive into the results. If you believe in this drug, if you believe in this company, if you think what they're doing is good and it's going to continue to work well for the future, this could be an interesting buy, even at these levels, even at these prices, even after a crazy pop today. But yeah, you've seen how volatile this one can be. So if you are going to get involved in a stock like this, be ready for volatility, have a game plan, know whether you're going to sell out on the highs, whether you're going to buy the dips, whether you're just going to hold and wait, whether you want to stay away from this. And it could be maybe an interesting stock for some of you out there, but definitely do your own research, do your own due diligence, and come to some of your own conclusions. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about ACIU. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.